Hello there, Taurus. My name's Frankie, and I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient, medium, and an empath. And these readings are going to be for Taurus for 2018, January of 2018. I am so glad we're bypassing 2017. That one was a little bit rocky. Really. I just want to tell you a little announcement. The prayer class is still on sale till the end of December for all of you that want a sale price. It's over at the website, and there's a little YouTube video about it too. You can go look and see what it's all about. Now, because I'm an empath, I have a speech pattern. I speak as if I'm you during the reading. So all of us are Taurus named Frankie for the time of this reading. I pulled 4 cards for the month, and we'll use the bottom card for our overall view of the month. Pull an angel card at the end of the reading. Hopefully bring everything together for us. And I did tell you, watch your moon sign and your rising sign. I have some words here before we start, and they're going to go with the reading, but it was very odd, Taurus, I have to tell you. They're all mixed up, all shuffled, all done, and you got the exact same words as Aries did in a different order. I've never had that happen, and it's almost 2 years I've been doing these now. I don't know why, so maybe some of you have some Aries stuff going there with you, but you might want to, for this month, maybe look at Aries sign too. It might help you get through whatever's going on. I'm not an astrologer, so I looked up the astrology for you, and it's going to be our ninth house. That's contacts with people at a distance, relatives through marriage. It's your in-laws, grandchildren. I think it's said in there too. Religious, spiritual affairs, future projects, legal matters, anything to do like that with your, I believe it's your intuition, like soul stuff too, clergy, like church as a spiritual factor too. Now your words here are efficiency, trust, obedience, gratitude, and respect. Exactly the same as Aries. I don't know what happened, but I'm telling you. Now, so go look. Maybe there's something in the Aries for you also, besides your moon sign and rising sign. Because your first card for the overall view of the month is the 4 of Swords. And that's a card of respite and rest. Now, I can say this is because Christmas just passed and we're just wore out with it, but I feel it is more than that. So I'm going to tell you, be careful, and this is the way Spirit's saying it to me. With this card in the picture, usually it means you're getting over the 3 of Swords, some terrible thing like that. You know, maybe my heart got broken or someone betrayed me. So what I'm going to say is be careful of who you trust this month, Taurus. Be extremely careful of who you trust. Be extremely careful to not make errors in judgment, and don't mix up communications. Now, I don't know why they're saying that to us, but they're saying it to us. So this is a card of respite and withdrawing. You feel like you're monastic. I want to go into the corner and just hide out. Nobody speak to me or talk to me because I have to have some time down to process. So whatever proceeds, and this is an overall view of the month, something must have precipitated us needing this. Now, we're all different Tauruses. This can be as simple as Christmas, and it was crazy, and the kids were home from college, and all the relatives came in, and I've got to wash the sheets, towels, everything, because they all decided to stay with me, and I was the one doing all the cooking, you know. And even if I enjoyed it, 20 extra people, You know, could be that 20 extra people in the house. Nobody helped. That's not very efficient. That's our word, you know. There, no one was grateful because I did it and I didn't get any respect, and now I'm hiding in the corner. But I can tell you, when you take this Four of Swords energy in an appropriate way, to me, I feel as if when it's time to come down and to sit down, that means go within. Go within and pay attention. Am I making the right judgments? Am I confiding in the wrong people? Perhaps there's people I shouldn't have been confiding. Maybe at Christmas time I slipped my lip and said something to Great Aunt Harriet that told 90 million people down, you know, the line that I lost my job or something like that. You know, we're all different Tauruses. That's a crazy example, but it means I have to rest. Maybe I'm recovering. Some of us may be recovering. Maybe December was rough and maybe we had surgery or we were sick, you know, with the flu or something. But Spirit's telling us to take this time. This also means with that, the best thing I could do is listen, pay attention to the views of others also, because they're telling me not to confide, you know, in untrustworthy people. Be sure I keep my circle close. Trust. That word trust. Our first word's efficiency. Our second word is trust. Keep those two up there. While we go through the rest of these cards here, keep them up there. Pay attention to other people's views, but also allow my direction or my aim to be shown forward, right? And take it, Taurus, because when we need our rest, we need our rest. And sometimes we become like very bullheaded, like we're bound and determined we're going to make it through. And sometimes when we push and push and push, Spirit says, no, Taurus, you're going to lay down. And that's not the good way to go about it. So take this card as a warning so we don't have to be forced to lay down. That's not really efficient, really, because our next card here is the Devil. Oh no, Taurus, Taurus, this is like, really, did we need this? This is Capricorn, in Capricorn in Saturn. And Capricorn just moved into Saturn. It's going to be there for a long time. This can be the card of where we're feeling thwarted and moving forward also, right? Like there's no way to turn, nothing to do to get through this, or other people are obstructing me. Maybe that's why Spirit is telling us don't confide in the wrong people, right? And watch my judgment. Don't make errors in judgment, which I would be doing if I was confiding in the wrong people. It can also mean drug, sex, and rock and roll. Somebody around me doing drugs, partying way too hardy or something like that, getting theirself in trouble. That could be my, you know, treacherous person or whatever. But this card actually, Saturn in Capricorn, and I am not an astrologer. Saturn is the taskmaster, right? Taskmaster. He makes us, we do it and do it and do it till we learn the lesson Saturn has given us. Once we learn that lesson, we are totally free to make our own choices. When we have this Devil card, no matter what, right, we need material wealth in order, or material sustenance. That's what I'm supposed to be saying, substance, in order to live on the earth plane. Otherwise, we're in poverty row and we gave away everything we had and we can't feed ourselves. And if we don't take care of ourselves, say thanks, it's my thing, how me Frankie, live my life. Say thanks for what I have, take care of me, or there is no me to take care of anyone else. This card kind of reminds us to do that, okay? Because when we have Saturn in Capricorn, and that's for real, astrologically, for the next, I think I heard them say 2.5 years, and it's good, it works well in its sign. Capricorn and Saturn are harmonious together. I can make a lot of money. I can dream my dreams, like build the house in my mind and create it on the physical plane because I have used these lessons appropriately. So if we look at it that way, it's a good card. But I mean, really a good card. Maybe last year was rough. Maybe we put a lot of money into something that wasn't getting us what we really needed, but now it's going to turn in our favor, because if we dream it and we stick with it, the taskmaster, we stick with it, it comes to fruition on the earth plane. So we get that. We build the house in our mind, in our spirit, and we help others to build them or help others on the earth plane. And we can trust it if we used it appropriately. Okay? Maybe we need to zip our lip a little this month. Maybe we've been too free with whatever we're telling, let's say if this was at work, telling people at work about our personal life, and it ends up coming back to bite us because now our boss knows. Things like that. It can be a simple thing, but when I get this respite card for an overall view of the month, I'm going to be grateful I'm taking that time, because it will be time that's important and appropriate to me. Use it efficiently and trust it. Don't use it because Spirit kicked our legs out from underneath us and we got a full-blown flu and we can't take the next step. It's almost like a do it time, trust that I'm being gifted this for a reason, and take it and use it wisely. Now, this next card is the Six of Cups here. And this card is the card of nostalgia. It's like looking back over the past with fond memories, wonderful things happened to us, where were the good parts of the past? Now, in looking at them with gratitude and respect for them. Now, not all of us have wonder and light pasts. And I know that all of us are like that. But the fact still remains, somewhere we have a good thing. Some little place, I tell you guys this all the time. Daddy took me to the picnic and I sat on the pie and got yelled at in front of everybody, right? But then he forgot it later because I made the potato salad and I did it good and everybody loved it. So I quit getting yelled at and everybody had fun. So I take that little snippet where Daddy was yelling at me and remember how much fun I had. Off of this card, we can build a future that is better by looking at the positive aspects. So while I'm having this time to myself, maybe I want to look at the positive of my past, see what there is there that I can build on and bring to the future. Maybe it was one little tiny experience, but it's mine. It's my experience, Maybe some of us went through a terrible divorce because our ex or whatever, or soon-to-be ex, was doing the drug, sex, and rock and roll thing, right? What was the good thing that I developed out of the relationship? Maybe I have a child. Maybe I have a couple children. Maybe I'm going to have to raise them by myself. But at one time there was something I saw in that person. Hold that snippet to come forward in our future. Because our next card here, and pay attention to that, obedient to what Spirit's giving us in this downtime that they want us to take. Trust it. It's the most efficient way for us to move forward with gratitude and respect for ourselves for what we came through and where we are. This card here is the Five of Pentacles, and it's not looking too good, Taurus. May mean funds are getting tight, or we feel that we're lacking something. Poor kids' heads bandaged, and they're usually in a snowbank freezing to death and bloody, you know. But behind them is the light. Behind them is the Pentacles, the money. All they have to do is turn around. The earth plane material things that we can develop if we use this Devil card right. So even though it could be, hey, I just went through the divorce till the child support comes in, it may be tight, right? Turn around. There's something or someone, maybe an organization, this is supposedly a church behind them, that is going to help us move forward. Going to help us move forward or through this, you know. And the ninth house is future projects and legal matters too. Maybe this is for some of us, if we went through a divorce or a bad divorce, maybe this, if I turn around, this is the lawyer. Listen to the wise advice. Remember what they said. Heed the views of others and allow for our aims to be known. That will benefit us. So don't think of it as the card of poverty, because all these two had to do was turn around, and if I took that time, my intuition will tell me where to turn around to the best of my benefit, that will benefit me the best. Couldn't get that quite out there, huh? And that will be something to be grateful for. That will be me bringing back my self-respect, our word, self-respect, trusting myself all over again. Will show me the way, okay? So if there's any of us that are going through this rough time, you know, if there's a communication that we get that we need to reply to, you know, do it. An email, I want to say if I got a letter in the mail, but I know that's pretty old-fashioned, Taurus now, but if I got a letter in the mail and it says we need this, this, and this, do it on the spot. Keep that thing flowing. Be efficient, because we're bringing good to us. Because the next card's the Page of Cups. Now, if this is a person, it can be male or female. It can be a younger person coming with a crazy announcement like, hey, Mom, I'm getting married tomorrow. It can be Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, water sign. Could be us if we have a lot of water. You know, male or female, could be a surprise announcement, you know, that knocks us off our feet like, what? You know, the kid comes home and said, I bought an engagement ring for my girlfriend for Christmas, and you're like, you're 19 or whatever, you know, can be like that. But when this Page of Cups comes up, and they're not telling me to say upside down, because he usually has a fish in his cup on my old cards. Now, he don't have the fish in this card, but it's like pulling the rabbit out of the hat. Surprise, surprise. But it's a good surprise, Taurus. It's a good surprise. It's one I can trust that's going to be beneficial to me. It could be a proposal of love or an engagement or a marriage, or the person that's helping me get through this. All of a sudden, they showed up, and I can trust it. I can trust it because I used my good judgment. Remember what they told us, that message. I used my good judgment. I didn't confide in treacherous people that could cause me damage. You know, I didn't mix up communications. I replied to them right away, and I made the right judgment. This card shows I made right judgment. You know, if it's a creative endeavor I'm thinking I'm going to go through for or through towards, it would bode well, you know. If it's someone telling me they love me, you know, versus a surprise thing, I may be a surprise, but they'd be good. They'd be a good person. I'd be just totally grateful to have them in my life. Maybe they have wise advice for me emotionally if I went through a trying time here, you know. And above all, if I can build that castle in my mind and I use that energy right with the devil card, I can build it on the earth plane for others to live in it and enjoy and make their life as spectacular as I'm working towards making mine. And there he is, right at the end. And the help was there. And there was a snippet in my past, a place where I could go where it was like, wow, you know, where did that come from? One good memory is all we need to build for the future that is prosperous and joyful and happy and loving. Let's see what maybe it is. I don't know. Because these are general readings, Taurus. Well, they're general readings, so it can be a business person. It can be a love relationship, a new one maybe coming in after this harsh time I had, you know. I don't know, but it's new partner, so I wonder what that's going to mean to us. These are general readings. Maybe this Page of Cups, a really good friend, came through and reminded us of that good day in our past that we could build this wonderful future from. It says a chance meeting is no mistake. Just make sure you use your good judgment. It is divinely orchestrated as a catalyst to set the wheels in motion for the fruition of your prayers. Pay careful attention to new people we send into your life. You will recognize them by your sense of familiarity, comfort, and safety. Safety. Safety, safety. All you had to do was turn around. That was all there was to it. Wow. You know, Taurus, I looked at these cards and then I thought, why in the world would Spirit give us exactly the same words? It just didn't make sense to me. Because that's odd. It's never happened. Maybe one word or two words or something like that, but never. Whoops, I can't get my pages here in the book. One the same or two the same, but never like all five of the words were exactly the same in different order. So efficiency, trust, obedience, gratitude, respect. And I think they go in that order, like an equation, a mathematical formula. The angels has given you this card as a signal that someone new has or is about to enter your life as an answer to your prayers. This person will be a partner in business, friendship, or romantic sense. Don't go looking for him or her, as it will happen very naturally. When you meet this individual, be open to divine guidance, which will direct you both in loving and magical ways. The additional meanings are, you've met or soon will meet your soulmate. Allow other people to help you. That's our Five of Pentacles. Instead of trying to do things alone. Consult an expert. Your prayer is being answered through other people. A new pet is coming into your life. My cats would not appreciate that. They're both very selfish. Well, Taurus, that's our reading for January. I do know this year's going to be better than last. At least that's my prayer. And I want to tell everybody, anybody wants to know anything about me, all of the information is over at the website for you to go do that if you want to set a reading with me. All of the information to do that is at the website, and I want to tell you all, thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes, and comments. I read each and every comment. I don't get a lot of time to write you back, but I read them all, and I really appreciate them. And to all of you, the subscribers, I can't even tell you. Last month I said there are over 10,000 of you, and I never ever expected that. But I thank you, each and every one of you, and everybody I've met through doing these YouTube readings, and to everyone I've met through doing 28 years of doing readings. I want to tell you all, it was an honor and a privilege to serve you. Hopefully I'll see you back here next month. Bye-bye.